So the video for today is going to be fun. I'm super excited about this video. Culture shock, you know. Hey, and thank you so much for checking Study Abroad with Anne, where I share information about studying abroad from my own personal experience and from the experiences of those that I know. Hashtag international students making it, hashtag dreams come true. So the video for today is going to be fun. I'm super excited about this video because this is from my own experiences. Well, all my videos are, but this is just a funny one. Culture shock. You know, if you have experienced different culture shock, drop it down below in the comments because I would like to know what other people felt when they came to the United States. And if you're international students aspiring, this information will help you know what are some of the things that you'd experience when you get here. And they're not bad, they're just different cultures, honestly. And before you continue, ensure that you hit the subscribe button so that you can get notified when I have a new video coming, and share with your friends, share with anybody that this will be helpful for. So I'm gonna start from the airport, honestly, when I just entered the United States. And this is probably gonna be a funny one, honestly. They're all funny. I get to the United States in New York, and it was so busy. I flew from Kenya to Dubai and then Dubai to New York, and JFK was so busy. You know, they're like, oh, foreigners go this way, domestic students go this way, and the line is zigzag. I was just like, oh my god, what's happening? And then they told me, because I had to connect from New York to Washington DC, so they say go to Terminal D, and then I take the escalators, and I was expecting to see D down there, and I was like, what's going on? So the use of signs definitely is a thing in the US. So that was the first culture shock that I had, because in Kenya, when you're going somewhere, you just ask somebody like, hey, I want to go here if you're lost, and then they tell you. But in America, you have to follow the signs, and people don't really ask each other where they want to go, you know. And then so I was like, okay, I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing because I don't see D down here. I only see A and B. So I gather my courage, and then I asked somebody like, hey, I need to go to D. And then they tell me, okay, take the train. Apparently the doors next to me were train. And then I see it's open, and then I was like, oh, so that's a train. And then I took the train to A and B. So definitely in America, the use of signs and Google Maps is really a lot, and you don't just ask strangers where you want to go. You can still ask, but it's not a culture. In Kenya, you can just stop anybody anytime and you get to where you want to go. And then the second one is traffic lights. In Kenya, we have traffic lights, but do we really follow them? Do they really work? No. But in the US, I was in DC with my host mom, and we'll be, moving, traveling, or working, and then we'll stop for traffic lights. And sometimes when there's no vehicle, it's on red, but there's no vehicle, there's no car. If I was in Kenya, I would just walk, I would just go. But in America, you don't really do that. You have to actually stand and wait until it's green, no matter whether there's a car or there's no car. Or if you don't, it's jaywalking, and sometimes the police may arrest you. So that was really different. In Kenya, you just walk in between cars, honestly, and cars actually stop for you. But in America, some cars might really hit you, depending on the state that you're in and the kind of people living in that area. So you have to stop for the cars, because sometimes they will not stop for you. Yeah. The third thing is the dressing code. This is gonna be very different. If you come from a very conservative country, conservative family, conservative place, this is going to be, you're gonna be shook up. So when I came, it was summertime, and everybody is hot. Everybody's wearing shorts, and me, I'm here with my jeans, and it's hot, and I see people wearing shorts, I see people wearing shorty shorts, and it was just so confusing. I was just like, oh my god, I'm not used to this, because when I grew up in the rural area most of my life, even in Nairobi, I didn't see that many people wearing shorty shorts, so it was really different, and it's just different culture, honestly. And in the summer, it's hot, so now it makes sense actually, because I don't wear jeans no more in the summer. It's just too hot, it's too humid, like the heat is humid, so it's like it makes you sweaty. So wearing shorts and dresses is the go. Number 4 is excessive soda. There's soda everywhere. And soda is so cheap. Back home, drinking soda is a luxury. Kenyans, comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. If you grew up in the village, drinking a soda, maybe during Christmas. But in America, soda is so cheap. Pepsi, there's Coca-Cola, there's like so many varieties, but they don't taste the same. The Kenyan soda tastes so good. The American soda, I don't know, it tastes different. And you have to control yourself actually not to drink soda. When back home you just want to drink soda, honestly. So you have to control yourself. Number 5. This is the use of sugar. Americans, I don't know, love is the right word. Love sugar, honestly. Everything has excess sugar, honestly. It's so insane. I remember this one time I was in dining, and this was our first time in dining actually, because during orientation we were eating all international made food, and I went to dining and I see these beans, they look really nice, and then I I serve really well, and then I tried to taste it, and it had sugar. It was baked baked barbecue beans. It had sugar. I literally spit it out. I was like, who puts sugar in beans? But yeah, sugar is used even in sweet potatoes. They add sugar. It's already sweet. They still add sugar. Sugar in everything. So much stuff have so much sugar. So you just have to control yourself. Things in America are in abundance. You have to control how much you eat and what you take in your body. So sugar is one of them. Everything has sugar. Meat has sugar. Barbecue meat, which now I eat. By my first time I was like, no, this tastes like, I don't know. We never eat this in Kenya. Number 6. Number 6 is so funny. You know, when you're in university in Kenya, you dress nice. It's really hard to differentiate between a professor and a student when you're at the university. University students dress nice. But in America, the dress code for in college, you wear pajamas to class and nobody cares. You're so comfortable, you know? Nobody cares, honestly. And that was just really different, because I know, like, in university, you see a university student, they're walking with heels, you know, really, you can't even tell who's a professor, who is a student. So that was something that was really different. People really don't care here. You dress anything anyhow, going to class, nobody cares. You're comfortable, you're free, you're happy. That's what matters, you know. And that's different from home. And I think even in Britain, actually, I think the British culture to always look good. But still on campus, you see Africans still dressing, you know, dressing nice. But it's not, I think, in the US. Number 7, the reverse in the food system. So you see in Kenya, which this is definitely a health concern of mine. In Kenya, KFC, McDonald's, those are luxury restaurants. You know, when you go to McDonald's, you go to KFC, you're the working class. If you're poor, you really don't go to McDonald's or KFC in Kenya. I don't know if you have McDonald's. I think KFC, we do have KFC. KFC is for the working people, you know, for the rich people. And in the US, it's the vice versa. McDonald's, KFC, all those fast food restaurants are for the poor people. Yep, it's very different. And also, big people are the poor people. Skinny people like me, no offense, are the rich people, because they're able to eat more healthy food and not fast food in the restaurants. So it's really different from Kenya, because in Kenya, you know, when you're big, that's when you're like rich. That's when you're healthy. Even my mom battles with me every day. She thinks I am dying, you know, but this is just my body. But yeah, back home, being skinny it's a sign you don't have food. But in America, being skinny is a sign of being healthy. So that was really different, you know, for me to experience that. And I'll probably talk about this sometime later, how this affects me as a person. But yeah, it's very different. KFC, McDonald's, those are not prestige restaurants in the US. They're prestige internationally in Kenya, as I know, but not in the US. Number 8 is calling professors by their names. And they don't care. They don't care. Or even professors tell you, you can call me. They introduce themselves in class and they're like, you can call me Jake. You can call me. Some don't even require you to call them professor, honestly. But in Kenya, you have to be like, Mr. Madam, Professor. You know, you don't say professor, they will not even talk to you, or they'll see that as a sign of disrespect. But in America, professors really don't care, honestly. You can call them, some that are actually specific, they want you to call them doctor, they will tell you. But some that don't care, you can call them by their first name or their last name, but their first name mostly, and it wouldn't matter, honestly. So that was really different, because in Kenya, you know, all these things of titles and titles and titles is really emphasized. Number 9 is PDA. So, you know, in Kenya, especially if you're in the rural area, you don't see people kissing around. No. You barely see people holding hands. So PDA is very common in the US. So it will be mind-blowing when you just first come here. You're like, so you're just gonna kiss in front of me like that, you know? But that is really common when you get here, and it was definitely uncomfortable at the beginning seeing people kiss. Or just being so romantic, you know, you can go beyond that. So in public. So that was really different, honestly. And it depends from where you are from. I was from the rural area most of the time, so I didn't see people kissing in public. Number 10. Number 10 is the fact that the lack of information, the lack of geographical knowledge of most Americans, honestly. You tell somebody you're from Kenya, they don't even know where Kenya is, honestly. Or they have not even heard what Kenya is. And I'm just like, my teachers made me learn about all these countries in geography and in history. I had to memorize. But why is that not done in America, honestly? Where people don't know anything outside the US. Like, it's just so frustrating. It's so annoying. You know, you tell somebody I'm from Kenya, and you'd expect people who know Kenya, because first, we're good in running. Obama's father was from Kenya, so she definitely have had Kenya. And then Lupita Nyong'o, she's an actor. She was in Black Panther. She was in other movies. 6 Years a Slave. I'm pretty sure so many people watched that. But you still can't just know that I'm from Kenya. When I tell you Kenya, you know, okay, this is, yeah. People haven't actually heard about Kenya. It's interesting. But yeah, most Americans don't know much other than the United States. And probably they know Egypt. I've realized most of them know Egypt. That's where, you know, they teach, because apparently Egypt is not part of Africa, in quotes. But yeah, so those are some of my culture shock or interesting thing that I noticed when I moved here. And drop yours below in the comments. And thank you.